Hi, my name is John Henthorn, and this is for our entrepreneurship class, team number 5, one for all. So I have my interviewee here, and I have a couple questions for her. First of all, introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Val Guidry. I have 3 teens. 1 drives and 2 don't. 1 is about to turn 19. He does not drive. And I have a 14-year-old and my 16-year-old drives.
Okay, great, thank you. So I told you just a little bit about who we are, our service. So who or what would influence you to decide to use the service or to not use it?
I like to find out others' experiences before I use anything like that, especially with something where it has my family involved. So, but if it was a need, like if my younger child, I tend to have kids that go all directions. So, and there's only one of me.
Yes.
My husband's working all the time. So, yeah, I could see using it for one of my kids. My oldest kid has autism, so I would have to have a really good recommendation to send him. But my youngest one, if he had to be at play practice and I've got to have Ethan somewhere else, then as long as it had 5 stars.
Yeah. Well, where would you go to find that out? Would you just going to the website and just kind of seeing customer reviews on there, or would you? Is there some sort of blog or other website you would you visit frequently, or you just go to Google and put a search in and see what you can find?
I actually usually look at local community resources, on Facebook tends to have lots of community resources, and find out that way. And then I'll always look at the website and see if it feels like it's English or whatever. If it feels like it's made up, or but usually just word of mouth.
Okay.
And usually you find that on Facebook or whatever, those community pages.
So is there anyone that you can think of, if you decided, okay, I want to do this, your team said, okay, yeah, let's do this, is there anyone that would say, tell you no, no, you can't use this? Basically have a veto power.
No, I don't think so. My husband and I tend to, he trusts me with all that kid decision stuff. So probably no.
Okay, yeah.
Not unless he had heard something that I didn't know, I guess, but no.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So if you and your team were wanting to take part in the service, who would you be able to, okay, sorry. So you already asked that. So do you know anyone other than your team that would be interested in this service, or is there an additional product or service we could add to our current?
I think anybody with several children would be interested. Just because, especially as busy as we all are, kids have sports, or my kids are theater kids, so we're all into all the theater things, and there's always 2 or 3 plays going on. So I think that definitely can be an appealing mom help. My oldest kid has autism, so to add a service would be only just to educate the drivers on autism. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Our organizations here in Tulsa, we will go talk with the police and the firemen all the time. So it's not a major deal, but just educating them on special needs, like the higher functioning special needs, where you're just basically socially helping them in the door.
Right. That's cool.
Maybe. And you'll get a lot of play on that because we stick together and recommend people very
okay.
Yeah,
so there's
there's
a little market, a community
definitely.
there with that.
Anytime something's great with kids or people with autism, it gets spread.
That's awesome. So other than education, so educating the driver is important to you. Is there any kind of features we would need to add to the car? So right now our ideas are, having a dash cam, and you of course would be able to see the driver. Maybe you could be able to see that they are certified and that are educated on that. Is there anything else you could think of when you do the car? I'm assuming just decreasing the amount of stimulation, or do we need to block the windows out, or
sensory things? Usually not. Everybody's obviously very individual for sensory things, but usually not. Just sound things are usually a an issue with most people. And most people with autism will come in with an awareness of what they need.
Okay.
And they will make that known.
Yeah.
Sometimes nicely, sometimes not.
Since you're involved in this community, is there people that would feel like, so there's the driver and then the teen riding in the back. Would they need an additional person in the back with the teen, or?
It would probably depend on the kid.
Okay.
Not with my
Yeah.
son. He's very social.
Okay.
And usually, if they're old enough to do that, if the parent feels comfortable to do that, they'll probably be fine. I mean,
Okay.
honestly, the person making the decision, like me, would pull it in and say, talk him through it. Like when my son goes to the dentist, I always talk to him. I have Ethan do it now. He's 19 almost, but I have him self-identify and then talk about things. And basically, he just needs to know what they're doing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
just talk to them like they're an adult, but explain all the things.
Right.
I'm doing this now. Now we're gonna go here. Okay, now you're gonna get out. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, see you later.
Yeah. And that would be
that'd be
just
kind of
the
a little bit more explanation.
right. And that'd be kind of part of the education for
Yeah.
the driver. Okay.
So it's real simple for a lot of people with autism. They're very high functioning and able to do things. They just often don't feel comfortable driving.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Val.
You're welcome.